Alright, y'all. It's crazy. I got Hunter x Hunter, the latest chapter. I just really gotta talk about the Fourth Prince because I know this is gonna fly over a lot of folks' heads. Because, like, bruh, this ability just shot Hunter x Hunter up into like power, to the power scaling community where they can actually fight against other like characters comfortably now. Because with this ability, this is some One Piece level shit. Because the Fourth Prince has the power of observation hockey mixed with time travel. He has time manipulation. Wait. He has the world though. The world though. Bro, he has the world. He even said it at the chapter. He even said it at the end of the chapter. I would take over the world though. So basically, the guy has no weak points at this point. Like, the guy's a genius. The guy is like predisposed to like Nin abilities. The Nin beast boosted his Nin abilities too, I guess. And then he still has another Nin beast that he just created. Who knows what that motherfucker does? But basically, we get to his pretty much new ability. I don't even know how. Like, will he have an ability for every like skill of Nin and all? And what will his Hatsu be? This is not even a Hatsu. This can't be Hatsu. This cannot even be Hatsu. If this is his Hatsu, it's crazy. But I severely doubt that this is this guy's Hatsu. I doubt, because it's no Nin. He literally does not use Nin to activate this ability. Basically, he goes into a Zetsu state, and immediately he sees 10 seconds into the future. But his body is still moving in real time. So let's say 1 second after his eyes close, he's already seeing the 11th second of the future. He already heard what's been said in the next 10 seconds. He already saw what happens in the next 10 seconds. His body has yet to go through the motions though. So it gets to this point where he sees himself getting shot by Theta, and he opens his eyes like right after he gets shot. So at that point, he has 10 seconds before he gets shot to react. But this is where the insane part of this ability comes in, because not only can he see into the future, but when he opens his eyes, his body is instantly where he's able, wherever he saw in 10 seconds, everybody else already saw that too. No matter what, whatever he saw in his vision is going to happen regardless of what he does. Everybody's going to see what he saw regardless of what happens. Regardless. They will go. They're stuck in destiny. He's low fourth dimensional. Like, the dude has become low fourth dimensional with this ability alone. Because he's able to move out the way of the gun, but Theta is still pointing where he was. And she still shoots. Once the future that he saw comes to fruition through everybody else's vision, that's when everything clicks. After that, nothing seems right. And that's why Theta saw herself shoot the fourth prince last chapter. And then immediately after she shot, Melody played. He didn't know that Melody was going to play her music, and it just happened. So that still happened. And even them, to prove this, even the guards that were running to the room got stopped by Melody. Therefore, they were still in the motions of impeding, of like fulfilling destiny, pretty much. Therefore, this guy pretty much has a 10-second mulligan. He can renege on 10 seconds if he wants to. That's crazy. He literally has a world, though, without any downsides right now. The only downside is if as soon as he closes his eyes, he sees his death. That's the only fucking time. And then he's already finna practice. He's already about to practice that. Because he said, once I close my eyes for 1 second, let's see how much time passes. Let's say if he closes his eyes and opens them back up and he has like an additional 5 seconds. That's 15 seconds he has to work with. That's 15 seconds he has to work with. Like, let's say if he has more of an ability, or better, let's say he could take way more of advantage of his ability by like seeing less and less time. Let's say if he closes his eyes for 1 second, he still has like 3 seconds. Therefore, that 10 seconds can be summed up with just 4 seconds of him closing his eyes. If it still works like that. If it stacks like that. And just keeping his eyes closed longer is actually a detriment for him. That would be fucking insane if he could do that. Close his eyes for 4 seconds, see 10 seconds into the future, and still has that time to react. And do more. Because he's already smart. So now he can put this with his strategic mind. Can you imagine what this guy can do if he's 10 steps ahead of you already? This guy right here who already knows, it's been what? 2 days since this dude started learning the He's a genius. And now he's 10 steps ahead of you. He was already like 10 steps ahead of you. Now he's 10 more steps ahead of everybody. And then he has the ability to walk outside of time. What are they going to do to stop him? At any point in time, ambushes do not matter. What happens if he goes to sleep in the Zetsu state? What happens if he goes to sleep in the Zetsu state? Could he just have premonition dreams about the whole... Bro, he can know what happens before he wakes up. He can know what happened through his... He can literally dream about... He can literally survey himself while dreaming. He can rest while surveying himself. I'm guessing. There's so many possibilities with the Fourth Prince. And he's quickly becoming one of my favorite new characters in the series. Like, Hisoka and Kurolo are my top 2 favorite villains. But the Fourth Prince is showing his intelligence at this point. And his intelligence is insane because he's already trying to test out his new abilities. He's already figured out how his fucking ability works. And it's an ability that doesn't even use Zetsu. And now he's trying to master it. He's able to... So let me break this down one last time. Just to keep it concise. He closes his eyes, activates Zetsu, instantly sees 10 seconds into the future. That means whatever happens within those 10 seconds, he's already saw it. He's already saw it. It starts it's 11 seconds to the future. And his body is still going through the motions of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it doesn't like... Wait a minute. Oh. Okay then. So he closes his eyes and instantly sees 10 seconds in the future. So that 10 seconds he has to experience body-wise. So who knows what would happen that 10 seconds while building up to that what he's seeing now. So he probably doesn't know what's about to happen those 10 seconds before he starts seeing the future. So that could be a detriment right there. It could be a detriment. So he could see instantly 10 seconds to the future. And his body goes through the motions of those 10 seconds. And then once that 10 seconds starts, he's a beat ahead of you every time. But his body's still going through those motions. So therefore it doesn't really matter because he said he could still feel aura he could still feel aura in their presence. And he could still hear her too. Basically what I'm getting from the chapter. So it's really not even that much of a detriment. It's just something that you have to point out. That is a weakness right there. And once he opens his eyes, whatever he saw is solidified in the future. It's going to happen as he saw it. As he saw it, it will play out for everybody else that saw it or everybody else that's involved in the future. Therefore, as soon as he saw himself get shot, Theta was destined to see him get shot in the head. That's it. Basically, soon as he saw that she shot him, it was destined for her to see that she shot him. But within that time period, he's able to react on his own accord. Therefore, if he chose not to move within those 10 seconds, he would have really got shot. He can literally renege. He can literally renege on 10 seconds if he wants to. And therefore, if he sees nothing in his future, or he sees himself dead in the future, he can open his eyes instantly. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? If he sees himself dead as soon as his ability activates, he can just open his eyes. He still has 10 seconds. He still has 10 seconds. So it's not really a detriment. I'm done. Fourth Prince, OP. I'll see how they gonna stop him. Kurapika, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Emperor Time? What Emperor Time got? Emperor Time, your ability to work against the spiders, bro. Nah. And One Piece, I gotta make a video. It's something big. Luffy's greatest development ever. Peace.